So I guess I could jump right into it. You know, then I know I've
Go ahead and jump.
Been talking a lot lately. You know, since this whole pandemic's been going on, we've been, you know, I talk pretty regularly with people about, you know, a lot of when we get through this, you know, you got to try. Take this time. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that. Well, now we've had time. We've all had time. So now on the back end of it, I'm getting people reaching out to me that are like, well, you talk about that a lot, but you know, I tried. I did this. I did that. I did this, but then this happened or that happened, which made me start thinking about persistence. You know, no matter what we're trying to do, no matter what kind of changes we're trying to make in our life, jobs we're trying to get, goals we're trying to accomplish, dreams we're trying to make realities, you have to be persistent because you're going to have obstacles. Things are going to come up that get in your way. And those are the important times. You know, you don't just give up at the first sign of adversity. The first time you fall down, you don't just give up on your, oh, well, this happened, so it's over. That's a time to step up. It's a learning moment, a teaching moment, a growing moment. And it's a time that, hey, this was a stepping stone, a building block to where I'm trying to get to. So just be persistent. When you hit a hard time, when you hit an obstacle, when you hit a road bump, those are times to step up your game. Don't call it quits. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams because something minor slowed you down. It's going to happen. It's part of the process. It's part of the system of learning to get where you need to go. And you have to go through these moments. You have to. It's like the butterfly when he's coming out of his chrysalis. They have to break through that. I've seen people cut it open so the butterfly can get out sooner. No, you have to go through that. The turtles running down to the sand, they have to run down there. You can't help them because in that little bit of stretch of length, that's when they build those muscles they need to swim. So when you come to this, that's you building your muscles. When you have an obstacle to go over, when you have something that stops you from moving forward, those are the times you need to move faster and tighten the bolts a little bit. It's a teaching moment, a growth moment. So be persistent. Have confidence in yourself. Have faith in the process, and you're going to get where you're going. Just be persistent in anything you're trying to do.
Yeah. Man, first of all, yes.
Amen.
And that's the truth, man. There is no shortcuts to success.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you may innovate and find a way that is a bit more streamlined to get where you need to be, but even then, it takes experience in the field that you are in to learn to say, I can do this instead of this, and it will shave off time. But if you're just diving into your life, and it doesn't have to be business, like that's more business oriented.
Right.
But just in life, there's no shortcuts from A to B.
No.
You have to live that time and experience those things.
Absolutely. You have to go through the process. You have to have those moments when you need to grow. You have to go through it. That's part of it. That's part of living. A lot of people just quit and just give up, and then you're 56 years old and you're like, I could have done that.
Right.
I totally could have done that. You know, I hear it all the time when people are like, oh, I want to go to school, wanted to school. Now, you know, 20 years later, hey, did you ever go to school? It's like, man, you could have been an attorney for the past 15 years.
Right.
You could have been a doctor for the past 8 years. Like, you could have done that, but you gave up at the first sign. But we have to push through. It's part of living. And it's not just with business, not just with schooling. It's not just with career path or what you're trying to do. It's just life in general.
Life in general.
It's hard being a human being.
Well, you were even talking about just a couple of weeks ago, when you were talking about the friend of yours that at the first sign of challenge moving into his own business, he like jumped ship and went back to his where he was comfortable.
Right back to the old boss that he hated. He finally got the courage to leave. And the first little road bump, he's like, "Oh, I gotta go back. I can't do this." And he's kicking me. Now he wants to get back into it.
Oh, of course he does.
And he's kicking himself because now he'd be completed and he'd be where he was, making money with what he wanted to be doing and doing what he wants to be doing. But now he's got to start back at square one.
Right.
You know, so just have faith in yourself. It's life is not easy. You know, you're only gonna get out what you put in. Literally, I know it's cliche, and cliche things are out there, but there's truth behind them.
Yeah, there's reason for it.
Figures of speech exist because there's truth behind them.
Truth behind them.
You know, so just it's not gonna be easy, but you can make it. Surround yourself with confident people that are doing what you want to be doing. Surround yourself with people that support you, and Family doesn't necessarily mean support system. Best
Right.
friends, your best friends that you've all been friends for 20 years, they're not necessarily your best support system. When you come in and realize that, get rid of the negative, surround the people that are always going to have your back, and then when you reach out to them, just have them answering the phone is usually enough to get you going through the day.
Absolutely.
Right. Absolutely. So the takeaway is persevere, be patient, give it the time that it needs to get from point A to point B.
And use the obstacles. The obstacle is the way. By the way, it's a great book. I love that book. I read it every month now.
Yeah.
I read it every month. First week of the month, I bang it out now in a couple of days. It's a great book, but it's the whole process. You're going to have obstacles. The obstacles have to be there. Have to be there. If it was a straight shot to success, it was a straight shot to being a perfect person, we'd all be there.
Yeah, and you wouldn't appreciate it.
No.
You wouldn't appreciate it when you arrive.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
100%.
Well, Tony Espinosa.
My man, BradBrock.com.
Great message today. Love it, love it, love it. Please go and check out Tony Espinosa Leadership.com and Tony Espinosa Leadership on social media. You can find him on Facebook and everywhere else. If you need a little motivation in your life and to get to that next level, hit him up. He's there. He's available.
I got you. That's what I'm here for.
If you don't remember any of that, remember Wednesday nights, 8 p.m., Jams and Cocktails. We're gonna remind you where to find him. We're gonna remind you how to take your life to the next level. Thank you again, Tony Espinosa.
Yes, sir.